It's 4 o'clock on Thursday, October 9th, 2025, and this is the appointed time and place of the Bismarck Renaissance Zone Authorities meeting. I am your chair, Jim Christensen, and we will ask Sandra to call the roll to see if we have a quorum.
Authority member Zinker, Bakken,
Here.
Fink,
Present.
Dahl,
Here.
Dvorak, Guy,
Here.
Herzog,
Here.
Lee, Chair Christensen.
Here. Sounds like we have a quorum. Okay. We will proceed. The first item of business would be the approval of the meeting minutes from the August 14th meeting.
I'll move to approve the minutes as presented.
I second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion, any changes or corrections? Joe or who else is ever out there in digital world?
None for me, Chair.
Okay. If there's no changes, corrections, or discussion, we'll do a voice vote. All in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. That motion carries. And we'll move on to the regular agenda, and Isaac is going to entertain us with a discussion about the former Borrowed Bucks building renovation project at 118 South 3rd Street. And this is a downtown design review portion of the meeting.
Yes,
Did I
thank
say
you.
that right, Isaac?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
So thank you, Chair Christensen and authority members. This one regular agenda item for us today comes to us from Schultz Strategies QOZB LLC, who are requesting downtown design review approval of some exterior alterations that are part of a broader renovation of the existing building at 118 South 3rd Street. As Chair Christensen mentioned, this is the site of the former Borrowed Bucks. And the renovations on the exterior, as you can see by the renderings that were included in the packet and on the screens right now, would include some repainting of the existing brick portions of the structure to a darker color, either a black or dark gray, and replacing some of the existing metal siding on portions of the building with more of a wood siding. There is work that is being done on the interior of the structure as well, but that is generally outside the scope of design review as we focus on exterior portions of projects here. Staff provided the renderings and information that you see on the screens to the design advisors as well for their input. But generally speaking, most of the design guidelines focus on buildings that are either connected to other buildings, such as in other places in downtown, or talking about being complementary to other structures while not mimicking them. The color patterns for this particular project are similar to other structures in the area, again, without mimicking a specific building. So staff generally find that the proposed design would not adversely impact the public health, safety, or general well-being in any way, and that it is consistent with downtown design review guidelines, comprehensive plan, Bismarck Code of Ordinances, and other relevant law. Therefore, staff does recommend approval of the design at 118 South 3rd Street. And I will stand for any questions.
Any questions of Isaac before we move over to the technical advisors for questions? Anybody have questions of Isaac while he's at the podium?
I will also note that there is a representative of the applicant online as well if there are questions that I am unable to answer.
Okay, great. Any questions of Isaac? Anybody? Kate?
I just had one quick question, and I think it's probably just for the renderings, but the windows show as like reflective and not translucent, but is that how it is actually going to be, or is that just so we can tell that that's a window?
Authority member Herzog, Chair Christensen, and authority members, that detail was not specified to us in the information that was given. We have no reason to believe that the windows would be as reflective as they are shown in the renderings, but I guess I can't clarify with 100% certainty.
Okay. I know we had a long discussion about that in I don't know, one of the various meetings where we were in. I know Eric talked about it a little bit too, so thank you.
Other questions of Isaac? If not, what are the thoughts and opinions of our technical advisors, or questions or recommendations? Eric or David?
The wood, the kind of composite wood look cladding that they're proposing is a fine material. It's maintenance free and durable. I think it looks nice. We did have a question, if you could go back to the rendering, Isaac. It looks like they're proposing to change the material on kind of the gabled portion of the structure there, and it wasn't clear what that material would be, it's currently just a corrugated metal panel now. So if they could clarify that, that'd be great.
It was design advisors and authority members. It was my understanding that all of the corrugated metal would change to the wood siding material, perhaps using different colors. I'm not 100% sure on that part, I suppose, but that was my understanding that just the corrugated metal would be changing in terms of the exterior portion of the building.
Does that answer your question, Eric?
So it's just a different color of the same material. Okay. Yeah.
Because again, we have a representative of the owner online with us. If you want him to address that.
Are they able to confirm that's what this rendering is showing? It's just the same material, but a different finish or color?
Oh, who's online? Starters. Let's identify who it is.
Isabel, if you're able to speak, feel free to do so.
Okay, hello everyone. My name's Isabel Sandstead Easton. I'm an attorney who represents Schultz Strategies. To the best of my knowledge and all of the renderings and drawings that we are moving forward with, it does, to my knowledge, it is the same material, just a different color.
Okay. Thank you for that. That satisfies the question there. Other questions? Of Isaac or of Isabel? Anybody on the the Renaissance Zone Authority have questions for the owner's representative?
We were just going to note one more thing, sorry.
Go ahead.
The brick portion of the building, the dark gray on the right there, is to be painted, from my understanding. And in fact, I think that's already done. So just a note that that's work that's already been completed.
Saw that last week, yeah. So. Kate?
Thanks, Jim. I was just going to ask Isabel if you know what the windows, are they transparent? I know it's kind of it's a bar type use, but I know we've had a lot of discussions about transparency of windows in our design guidelines.
At this point, I believe that was just for the renderings to kind of show. I can't speak to if they'll be completely translucent, like see-through fully, but that reflectiveness was just for the renderings so that we could see where the windows were.
Awesome, thank you.
And if a motion was made to approve, that could be a condition, I would guess. Other questions?
Chair,
Anybody?
if I could,
Joe?
for the design advisors, design advisors, is there any consideration, like painting brick isn't always great. Is there any maintenance or question you had about just painting over the brick?
Yeah, that would normally be something that we would advise against. However, in this case, it was already all painted.
Yeah.
So certainly there'll be some long-term maintenance in terms of having to repaint it in a number of years. But in this case, since it was already painted, I don't see a huge issue with putting a new coat of paint on it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe. Other questions?
Yeah, I'll just
David?
chime in with a couple additional comments that I think are worth making, just kind of in reference to the existing, but also the new guidelines that we're contemplating for downtown design review. In general, you want to see the main entrance to the building facing the kind of the main sidewalk or up, at the build to line. This is an existing building, so I think and it's not a guideline that's currently in place, but, in the future, that would be something we'd want to look at. We don't generally want brick walls, blank brick walls up next to the sidewalk. This is an existing building, but just thought it'd be worth mentioning.
Okay. Other comments or questions, anyone? Joe or anybody else out there? Okay. If not, if there's no further questions, Isabel, do you have anything else you wish to add at this point before we ask for a motion?
I do not have anything at this time. Thank
All right.
you.
No, thank you for appearing. What are your wishes?
Move to approve.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Nancy. Any further discussion? If not, would you call the roll, please, Sandra?
Was that Steve?
What's that?
Who made the motion? Was that
I think it was Steve Bach.
Was that Steve or Joe that made the motion?
Steve.
Okay, thank you, Steve.
Thank you. Authority member Bakken,
Yes.
Fink,
Yes.
Dahl,
Yes.
Guy,
Yes.
Herzog,
Yes.
Chair Christensen.
Yes, that motion carries. Thank you, good luck with the project. Okay,
Just a point of order, Chair. Did we do a public comment period for the agenda?
did not. Wasn't on the document in front of me. So, it's not too late to ask if there's anybody wishing to appear, but,
But just before we close the meeting, I'd probably suggest we at least open it.
oh, it is on the, I'm sorry, I threw Sandra under the bus, it's right there. I just went right from the minutes to the regular agenda. I have to get used to that, so, there's no one here, but is there anyone
Yeah.
wishing to appear, on any previous Renaissance Zone items? Anybody wishing to appear? Public comment period? Okay, thank you for that. Thanks, Joe, for the reminder. Anything else for the good of the order? Anybody? Anybody? Wow, this is probably one of the fastest ones. Faster than the parking authority. If there's no further business, we will stand adjourned until November 13. So, thanks, everybody, for your participation.